All right, I'm back. So, I just want that person. And I'm married, but we're separated. And so many things went wrong in that relationship that it just, first of all, it just started off wrong. I went for a visit just to meet him and his children. I just went for the visit to meet him, and I end up never leaving until we separated. So, and I wasn't even supposed to stay in his apartment with his daughters, but I ended up doing that because the night I got there, my god sister and we kind of got into a little verbal disagreement, and I'm back over. I'm over there. So, and then I never left. So I feel like if I would have stayed right there at her house, if the enemy, if she had I feel like she had my best intentions in heart, but I feel like if she would have been a little bit more spirit led, she wouldn't have never took it there where I felt like I needed to leave that house. She would have never did that if she was a little bit more spirit led. She would have saw, because if she was more spirit led, the Lord would have showed her that is going to send her over there, and that was going to start the swirl down the aisle. But everything happens for a reason. I really don't. I really don't feel like I hate because that happened in my life, but I hate that happened in my life because I think that is just a lot of hurt for me. I'm married. I'm not going to say his name, but if he ever hear this, he knows who he is. I got nothing but love for him and respect for him. And although I wanted to be your wife, although I wanted to be your friend, although I wanted to be everything that your heart ever could have desired, and I disappointed you because I'm human, I also needed to be something for myself. I needed to be loving, caring, and honest with myself, and I wasn't loving, caring, honest with you. I feel like at one point in my life, you are what I wanted. You are what God wanted for me, in a sense. But it just wasn't our time. And I feel like you did marry me out of good intentions, and you felt like your love for me could grow. I feel like you saw that. But I feel like you did a lot of what you did for your wrong intentions. You married me with love and intent, but you also did it to make someone else feel bitter and confused. So that retaliation, you get in a person's ear and you start talking to him. This is what I feel like his ex-wife, his kid's mom, did to him. I felt like she just got in his ear about me. And maybe not. But I feel like somebody got in my husband's ear about me. And they just turned him against me. And I feel like he was turned against me. I hadn't been doing anything different than what I did when I first got there and you wanted to marry me. So then what changed? I feel like somebody got in his ear and really turned him completely against me. And he saw me as a different woman, and he didn't want me no more. He didn't want me. And he knew that would mess me up and break my heart, but he knew I would get over it. But I don't know. I just wish that things would have been different for us. I just wish that we would have really been able to have a chance to really give each other real love, because although I would never want to be with him ever again for real, it would just be me settling for a husband. I honestly believe that that man was meant to be my husband. Not that we weren't going to have issues and feel some type of way sometimes, but that man was meant to be my husband. I honestly, in my soul, feel that. But the wrong influences got in, and it just made things so ugly. And the biggest regret I have is pulling that knife out on him that night we had that disagreement. I wish I never did that to you. I wish I never did that to you. I just really wish I never did that to you, because I feel like that caused a break in our bridge. Not that you didn't trust me after that, but you just, that was a different level of something for you. Like, you just didn't know anymore. So I just wish that didn't happen. And I wish I could have been everything that you needed at that time. But God didn't see fit, you know? I feel like if we were still together, I mean, it's been 15 years. I feel like we would be in such a beautiful place. I'm not going to say we would be billionaires, but I feel like we would be in a good place. Like, we would be happy and comfortable and like good friends, you know, just real good friends. But that wasn't our path. That's not what God had planned for us. But I don't ever regret meeting you. I don't ever regret meeting you. I never say to myself, Lord, I hate because I met you. I hate because I met that man. I never regret meeting you, because you are the gentleness that the world needs. Yep. You are the gentleness the world needs. That's why I think I'm still so much in love with you, in a sense. Like, I don't ever see us being together again, but a part of my soul still is in love with you. Like, my part of my soul still feels that when we laid together and held each other, and I felt your spirit and you felt mine, those days, that's a part of my soul just longs for that. And then how much more beautiful things would be at the point that we are at now in our maturity. We would just be vibing on the frequency that nobody could touch us. That's what your soul means to me. But God had different plans, you know? And I respect it. I respect it. And I know I gotta let this marriage go. The title of marriage, because you and I are always gonna be in some form or some fashion of a marriage in this life, because we've come in contact. Our spirits have come in contact with each other in union. So we're always going to be married in this life. Always. You're always going to be my husband. And I'm always going to be your wife. But in the modern day, husband and wife, I know it has to come to an end, because that's what I need and that's what you need. You need that. And I need that. And not just to be looking for anybody, but to have our hearts open. Because we need love and are lovers. So we love other people and we want people to love us. So we are going to have that in this life. And I know I got to let you go. And I know you're not holding on to the rope because I'm there. You're holding on to the rope because of marriage. Yep. So I appreciate everything you've ever been in my life. You are the anointing that I need. And it's been a privilege. It's been a privilege. It's been a privilege. But it's time to let this union go. And I never wanted to let you go, but I understand that it's the only way I'm going to reach that place. Every day I look for you. Every day I look for you. Every day. Every day I look for you. Every day. Every day I look for you in some form of a man. In some form of a man, I look for you. And I'm so scared to take the chance because I'm just embarrassed to make a fool out of myself. So I keep walking. Whew. But I want to turn back so bad and say, hey, do you recognize me? What if I just do say it? Do you recognize me? If I don't turn around, I'm going to fall over. That's how I feel. And I know that may not make sense to anyone, but that's all that was a movie. That's how I feel. If I don't turn around, I'm going to stumble and fall. So let me just keep going.